Oh.
Dear folks, here's your pal Stephanie, who thinks so much of you, and you think so much of her. Stephanie, do you have an interesting veg news website?
I do. There's the first one we have is an ode to Loma Linda.
Oh, really?
Yes. All right.
Tell us about it, honey.
All right. So it's a remembrance of Loma Linda, the Adventist-rooted canned vegan meat brand that stocked co-op shelves for decades, offering a glimpse of a gentler food future.
And why is it an ode to them? What happened to it?
I guess it's just...
Well, I think the parent company, Atlantic Foods, went bankrupt.
Yes.
The only thing that Loma and Linda did, all these years they gave us meatless meats. When we didn't have meatless meats, we didn't have Impossible Burger. We didn't have Whopper King. We didn't have any of those. And they kept us going on meatless meats. The only thing they did wrong, folks, was eggs. And there was no need of that. There are dozens of substitutes for eggs that will do the work of an egg. You don't need eggs at all. In fact, it's a terrible thing to eat an egg. Because if you just wait a few weeks, the most darling little chick will come out of that egg. It's a horrible thing to eat eggs. But that's what Loma and Linda did. And they were started by the Seventh-day Adventists at Loma Linda University and Loma Linda Hospital in California. All right, I join in that ode and I join in that thanks.
Yes.
And I don't know if I'm going to still use Loma Linda or not, folks. Let me think about that, would you please? You tell me what to do.
All right.
Do you have another veg news?
I do. Eat just new eggless protein, dairy identical whole milk, and vegan country crock heads to Walmart.
In your own words, will you tell me what that's about?
So basically, there's new vegan protein at Whole Foods. And it's vegan whole milk that's almost identical to dairy, but
Really?
It's vegan, yes.
Another one. And what's it called, honey?
Eclipse.
Well, thank you for telling us that veg news. What else do you have?
All right.
Veg News is a website. VEGNEWS.
All right. The next one is, are ultra-processed foods shortening your life? Study reveals startling impact.
Okay, folks, keep that in mind. I don't know if I want to get into it, but I know that I don't like eating ultra-processed foods. I'm trying to get away from them. And you know, most of our eating is ultra-processed. Stephanie, what's your take on that?
I think that, eating too much ultra-processed foods is going to be bad for you, regardless of anything, because if you eat too much of something, it's always bad for you.
I think it is. No, those include your dearest tasting ones, folks, like potato chips.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes.
And when you stop to think of it, our dinners of meat, potato, and vegetables, they're really ultra-processed. How much nutrition is left in those after you get through peeling them and boiling them? Where's the nutrition gone? Out the air and steam and out the drain in water. I don't know. We've got to think about that, folks. Will you let me know what you conclude? Anything else, hon?
Yeah, there's another one that says how these 5 brands are making delicious meat from mushrooms, soy pulp, and more.
What's that about, dear?
So basically, It's more meatless meat, and
they make it from what again? Mushrooms?
soy pulp and more. So
That's,
the leftover, quote unquote, waste ingredients.
that's not so surprising to you people watching Glendora on YouTube. For years we've been eating portobello hamburgers made from portobello mushrooms. Another veg news?
Nope, that is it for veg news, but you do have, it's a book called Epic Vegan, Quick and Easy, Simple, One Pot and One Pan Plant-Based Recipes. It's a book by Dustin Harder.
And say in your own words what the book does.
It's a cookbook, which is filled with one pot, one pan recipes. So you only need one pot or one pan. You don't make a bunch of different stuff in different pans.
Interesting. Steph, do you remember that can of food that came from the Philippines? And it was pasta
Yes.
and meatballs, of course, all vegan, and sauce. And it was a heavy can, but it was a little can. And that was the most delicious meal. Do you remember that?
I remember that, yes.
And it came from the Philippines.
All right, we're at 6 minutes, 40 seconds.
This is the can, Steph. Can you read the...
Yes, it says unmeat, plant-based pasta and meatballs.
Is there anything else on it, hon?
It says ready to eat.
Yes, delicious. I wish we could find that. A food pantry gave that to us, right?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, listen, folks, we're going to say goodbye with our love. Let me leave you with my parting meditation of the day. All things work for good for those who give their life or give their lives to doing good. All things work for good for those who give their lives to doing good. All things work for good for those who give their lives to doing good. Let's do it together, folks. And then you all can live till be 97. Grace and peace. Stephanie, thank you for your good joy.
Oh, you are most welcome.